Have you ever wondered what life was like before you could just flip a switch and light up a room? Today, we take electricity for granted, but our journey to harnessing this incredible power is a fascinating story filled with brilliant minds, bizarre experiments, and a few lucky accidents. It all starts way back in ancient Greece. The Greeks noticed that when they rubbed amber, a fossilized tree, resin against fur, it would attract light objects like feathers. They called this strange effect electron, which is the Greek word for amber. For thousands of years, this was a little more than a peculiar parlor trick. People knew about it, but nobody really understood what it was. Fast forward to the 1600s. An English scientist named William Gilbert began to study this phenomenon more seriously. He discovered that many other substances, not just amber, could be electrified. He even coined the term electricity from the Greek word electron. Gilbert's work was a huge step forward, distinguishing electricity from magnetism and laying the groundwork for future scientists. Then, in the 18th century, things really started to spark. The legendary American inventor and statesman, Benjamin Franklin, entered the scene. You've probably heard the story about him flying a kite in a thunderstorm. While it is a bit of a myth that he was struck by lightning, which would have been fatally, did prove a crucial point. Franklin conducted a safer version of this experiment, showing that the sparks from the sky and the static electricity from amber were one and the same. He proved that lightning is a form of electrical discharge. This was a revolutionary idea that connected a mysterious natural force with something that could be studied in a lab. But how do we go from understanding static shocks to powering our homes? The next breakthrough came from an Italian physicist named Alessandro Volta. In 1800, Volta created the very first electric battery, known as the voltaic pile. He stacked discs of copper and zinc, separated by cloth soaked in salt water. This device produced a steady, continuous electric current for the first time ever. It was a game. Scientists finally had a reliable source of electricity to experiment with. With Volta's battery, the floodgates of discovery opened. In the 1820s, Danish physicist Hans Christian Ørsted made a stunning discovery, almost by accident. During a lecture, he noticed that a compass needle deflected whenever he switched an electric current on and off nearby. This showed a direct link between electricity and magnetism. Inspired by Ørsted's work, a brilliant English scientist named Michael Faraday took it a step further. If electricity could create magnetism, could magnetism create electricity? Through a series of ingenious experiments in 1831, Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction. He found that by moving a magnet inside a coil of wire, he could generate an electric current. This principle is the foundation of the electric generator, the very machine that produces the vast majority of our electricity today. From Faraday, the baton was passed to others, like James Clerk Maxwell, who developed the mathematical equations that unified electricity, magnetism, and light, and later inventors like Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, who battled over the best way to distribute this newfound power. Edison championed direct current, or DC, while Tesla advocated for alternating current, or AC. In the end, Tesla's AC system proved more efficient for long-distance transmission, and it's a system we still use globally. So, from a curious observation about amber in ancient Greece to the complex power grids that span our planet, the discovery of electricity wasn't the work of one person. It was a long, collaborative journey of curiosity, experimentation, and genius that has completely transformed our world. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through scientific history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories behind the science that shapes our lives. See you next time.